This is a JIC fitting. You can tell by the 37-degree conical face here. These you will find on lower pressure hydraulic systems and in older hydraulic systems. A lot of ag equipment uses these. This is an O-ring face seal. You can tell by it's got a flat face and it's got an O-ring that goes around on the interior. This is the industry standard and is used by most North American manufacturers, including some European manufacturers and Japanese manufacturers. These two are split flange. You can tell by the O-ring in the surface and the 4 bolts where there's a clamp that goes over to hold the hose or tube on. These are both -12. That's a 3/4 inch tube size. You can tell the insides are the same. However, there is a difference on the bolt pattern spacing. To accurately determine whether you have a code 61 or a code 62, you must use a calipers to measure the center to center distance or edge to edge because they are different. You can see here we're about 1/8 of an inch difference on the distance between these two. Also, this direction, it can be as small as a 32nd of an inch, meaning you must use a caliper to do the measurement. A tape measure is not accurate enough. This one here, this is a DIN fitting. You can tell because this is an inverse conical face compared to the JIC. In addition, on the female thread side, there is an O-ring in that conical surface. This here is a British parallel pipe. Again, an inverse cone, but on the female thread side there is no O-ring. For a given size, the thread dimensions are also different. Let's take a moment to discuss how to identify the proper size once you've identified the type. To accurately get the correct adapter size, you need to measure the male threads on the adapter. So if I take this caliper and I measure, I have 11/16 of an inch. If I don't have access to a caliper, I can do the same with an open end wrench. Here I've got a 5/8 inch wrench. As I try to slide it onto the male threads, you notice that I cannot get it to fully seat. If I take the next size up in 11/16, it slides on perfectly and snug. Once I have the size, the 11/16, I refer to the chart included in the manual, and our sales department will send you prior to getting the order. Once you identify the type, for this machine, we're going to use an O-ring face seal. We look in the ORS column, and we come down till we find the thread size of 11/16. We follow it over. We've identified now that we have a -6.